What's up, everyone? This is your ghost host with the most, ProjectZeroKram. In this video, we'll be comparing the Myling's Phasmophobia lore to its real-life counterpart. This will include evidence, weakness, strengths, and what Phasmophobia could have done to make it more accurate. In the end, we'll give it a score out of 5 ghosts. A special thank you to Sir Creepington Pasta for the additional voices. Check them out in the description down below. And while you're down there, hit subscribe, smash the bell icon for more haunting videos. Now, let's get spooky. So what is a Myling? Well, they are terrifying. It comes from Scandinavian lore. They say it's the soul of a child forced to wander the earth until it can convince someone to take them to the graveyard and bury them properly. A Myling comes into existence when its mother kills its unwanted child. At night, a Myling can be heard singing the tales of its mother's immoralities. If you happen upon a Myling, and if you don't take it to be buried properly, it will cause such an uproar that you will wish you would have. Myling have also been known to chase those wandering alone at night, leaping onto their backs and demanding them be carried to the graveyard. As the wanderer approaches the graveyard, the Myling grows heavier and heavier to a point the person carrying one, or more, would sink into the ground. If the person could not make it to the cemetery, the Myling would end up killing the one trying to help them in a fit of rage. This rage and malice are what make the Myling one of the most menacing types of ghost in Scandinavian lore. Other ways to help the Myling finally rest is to find the body of the unwanted child and bury it in holy ground, as well as give the child a name. Another name for Myling comes from Norway as utbird. This means that which was taken outside, referring to the practice of abandoning the child. Some reasons why the mother may do this is that the child was born out of wedlock, or not being able to afford the care for the child. Typically done in secret after birth, the mother would take the child to a remote location, such as the woods, and leave the infant there until death transpired. It is believed that the ghost of the child will then haunt the place where it had died. In certain Christian denominations, the babies were denied baptism, the acceptance into the church, and proper burial, which means they could not rest at peace. Now let's take a look at what Phasmophobia has to say about the Myling.
The lost souls of children who wander the earth, trying to get anybody to properly bury them.
It appears the developers took their time to look into what a Myling is. This is further supported by a strategy used within the game that a Myling are much more vocal and active. With this, we give them a 5 out of 5 ghosts. So we're off to a great start. So what does Phasmophobia say about the Myling's unique strength?
Known to be quieter when hunting.
This part I really don't agree with. With the lore, we see them trying to convince others to help them be buried. And if you don't, they cause a commotion. This should translate into their hunt as well. What I believe would have made this better is if they were louder during their hunt, and we got to experience them throwing the tantrum. So, we give this a 1 out of 5 ghost, as we feel it doesn't quite fit the folklore as we know it. It also feels out of place knowing that the Myling are a more vocal ghost type. We now jump into the Myling's weakness. Take it away, Sir Creepington Pasta.
More frequently make paranormal sounds.
This definitely does not feel like a weakness. This feels more like a general attribute given to the Myling. It does, however, fit the Scandinavian lore of a Myling, thus getting a 3 out of 5 ghost. What would have made this fit better is if it could only hunt the room it's in and not wander around unless it saw someone in or around that room. This would fit with how the Norwegian lore states that it will only hunt in the place that it died, and following someone out of the room would fit with it being led to a place of burial. Now, you must be asking,
what evidence do you need to use to confirm it is indeed a Myling?
well, those evidence are
EMF level 5. Fingerprints. Ghost writing.
we really like the evidence, and for the most part, they make sense. They interact with the physical realm, and we will be giving them a 3.5 out of 5 ghost, but they can do better. Dropping EMF level 5 to make it Spirit Box would bring back the fact that in the Myling lore, they are not quiet, and it's just another way to communicate. Also, since they are the ghosts of children, it is easy to imagine they could not write. So switching that out to something like dots or ghost orbs would fit much better. Overall, we give the Myling a 3.5 out of 5 ghosts, as the Strace does not quite meet the lore that we know. But hey, do you agree with our score? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, another huge thank you to Sir Creepington Pasta. Check out one of his videos right here. Or for more haunting videos, check out one of these over here. Thank you and stay spooky.